Okay, so I'll be drafting a 3/4 sleeve. The length of the sleeve I'm working with is 18 inches. This is my lining I'm drafting on. So I'm going to be adding my hemming allowance on the main fabric. So that's why I'm using exactly 18 inches. Because by the time I use ½ inch to join the sleeve to the shoulder and then turn it, I'll be left with like 17, which will reduce it and make the main sleeve longer to give me my same 18 inches that I'm looking for. Okay, so now to get the cap's height. To get the cap's height of this person I'm sewing for, the bust is 37. I'm going to divide her bust by 12 plus ½ inch. So after dividing it, I had 3.5. So here is my 3.5. So the cap's height is 3.5. Here is my cap's height. And the arm's eye, or the armhole of this person I'm working with, is 7.6. Our bust is 37 divided by 6 plus 1.5. So that's 7.6. So here is my 7.6. I came down by 3.5 for my cap's height. And then here on this line of the cap's height, I entered my 7.6, which is for the armhole. So I'm going to draw a slanted line to connect to the top of the cap's height. When I draw my slanted line to connect to the top of the cap's height, and I'll come here and get the midpoint. So now that it's a slanted line, you can see that it has increased it. It was initially 7.6, now it's giving me 8.6. So I'm just going to place my tape and divide into 2 so that I can get my midpoint. So here is my midpoint. So here's the midpoint of this slanted line. So here at this same midpoint of the slanted line, I'll still get the midpoint of the upper part, and then this is the down part. So when I get the midpoint of this part, here, I'll bring my tape down here and still get the midpoint of the down part. So meaning that this is the upper part of my sleeve and this is the lower part that will go into the armhole area. So for this part, I'm going to go up by ½ inch. So I'm going to just mark my ½ inch here. I'll go up by ½ inch, and then I'll come here at the down part and go down by same ½ inch. I'll take my curve and then connect this way. Look at the way I'm placing my curve. It's meeting at the top of the calf side, and then going through the ½ inch and coming down here like this. Look at it. So I'll place my armhole curve this way to do the under part, meeting the same ½ inch. So this is my sleeve cap. Okay, so I'll come here and add my sewing allowance of my 2 inches. So because this is my exact measurement, 7.6, so plus sewing allowance of 2 inches. So to enter the upper round arm, I'll come down by 2 inches to enter the upper round arm. And the upper round arm for this person is 13 inches. 13, when you divide it by 2, you have your 6.5. Of course, my fabric is on 4, so it's by 2. Divide by 2, that's 6.5, plus my sewing allowance of same 2 inches. Okay, so from the cap, the sleeve cap to the elbow is 13 inches. So here I'm going to be entering the elbow measurement. The elbow measurement I'm working with is 10 inches. So 10 divided by 2, that's 5. That's 5. 5 plus my same 2 inches. This is it here. And then the 3/4 area, that's the 3/4 circumference for this customer is 9 inches. So here is my 9 inches. 9 inches divided by 2 is 4.5 plus my 2 inches. So I'll go ahead and join it and then connect my lines. So I'll come here to this part that is curvy and then just take it a slanted line this way, and then also connect it this way, and then take this part down this way. So this is how I draft my sleeve. So this is my sleeve.
Okay.
So I'm going to place it now to cut out my main fabric. I'm lining on my main fabric. So I want to draft out my main sleeve. So I'm coming down by 2 inches, which is going to be my hemming allowance. So this is my hemming allowance. So I'm going to open up here by like 1/2 inch because it will be folded this way to connect to this. So I'm just going to open it up here by like 1/2 inch. Whatever excess I have, I will trim out when I am sewing. So here is my sleeve. So I'm going to be sewing it this way. So this is why it is my hemming allowance. So can you see? Can you see? So this is how I'm going to join my sleeve. So I'm going to cut out the second one, and that's that.